Being self-employed, you kind of forge your own path. You got to love what you do, and I do. I really like to emphasize being the local Medicare agent in Grand Prairie, Texas. When you meet people face to face, you just build a different type of relationship, and that's why I'm willing to do that. I put a lot of miles on my vehicle every year, and I love that. Got to find something that you really enjoy, and it just makes everything so much easier.
Welcome to the NuvoDesk podcast. I'm your host, Parker Neal. At NuvoDesk Coworking, we're all about creating a space where innovation thrives and connections grow. Designed with both comfort and professionalism in mind, our upscale co-working office in Arlington, Texas empowers entrepreneurs, freelancers, and teams to do their best work. But what makes NuvoDesk truly special are the businesses and people that make this place thrive. Today, we're introducing one of them.
Hello, my name is Kevin Ristau, Ristau Insurance Services. I am a veteran-owned business here in Grand Prairie, Texas.
So tell us more about your story.
Well, I've been in the insurance industry since 1997. I worked for a company for 13 years, got downsized, and then my wife and I moved to Texas. She went to school, got her degree from SMU. I started my own business. I've been self-employed for 16 years now in Grand Prairie. And being a veteran-owned business, I really try to provide service to not only vets, but other people in the Medicare and life insurance space. In addition to that, I've actually been coming to NuvoDesk ever since they opened. I've had a shared office here the entire time. I'm in the Chamber of Commerce here in Grand Prairie, Arlington, Rotary, all that type of thing. So I was here for the original ribbon cutting.
So tell us some about what you do as a business.
I provide insurance products to individuals and families. I can do everything over and under 65. Health insurance, life insurance, Medicare, dental, vision, hearing, long-term care, health care, individuals, families. But what my passion is Medicare and life insurance. Right now we're in the 2026 Medicare annual enrollment period, which ends December 7th. This is a time of year where seniors can change their Medicare plans, and I can help them with different options for 2026. NuvoDesk is a great place because I actually meet a lot of people here that come from maybe Fort Worth or Dallas, and it's like a good central location. But I'm one of the unique agents in the industry. I still go out in the field. I provide benefits and services to people wherever. Matter of fact, after here, I'm going up to Fort Worth. I work with a lot of low-income people, so we can provide them with really great plans and free benefits and that type of thing. So, I really enjoy what I do.
Yeah. What do you think makes you stand out?
A couple things. I think experience. I have experience from 1997, so what is that, 27, 28 years. Mm-hmm. I'm an individual that doesn't just call on the telephone or have work. I have an office. I have an office in my home. I have an office here. In addition to, I'm licensed in 17 different states. And being a veteran-owned business, I really like to emphasize that because there's a lot of vets out there that only trust people that were in the military. So I can really emphasize that and build good relationships. I've had clients with me ever since I've been in Texas, 10, 12, 13, 14 years with multiple products, and then they give me referrals to their family. So that's one of the things that helps me stand out. I'm available all the time. I'm willing to go wherever people want to meet, whether it's a coffee shop, their home, here, or wherever.
So why did you pick NuvoDesk?
For a couple reasons. I wanted to get an office other than just at my home, because it makes it more convenient. And, of course, they're part of the chamber. And in addition to that, it's right in the middle of the mid-city area where I do a lot of my work. So it makes it convenient for me if I need to go away from my home. I have a wife, 2 kids, and 5 pets, so it can get chaotic. So sometimes I like to come here and get peace and meet people. And it's a professional setting, and sometimes that makes a big difference for people. They feel more comfortable versus going to their home or something like that. So there's a variety of reasons, and it's very reasonably priced as well. I mean, they've locked me into a great contract, and they've been awesome with it the entire time.
How did you find out about NuvoDesk originally?
Through the chamber. I mean, we did, I was here during the original ribbon cutting 5-6 years ago, whenever that was. And as a result of that, they have a lot of great amenities. When I first started here, they had a golf simulator, which they don't have anymore, but that was kind of cool. And the fact that they make it really comfortable. You can bring in your lunch, you can store your lunch here, you can just do many, many things here. The conference rooms are available. I meet with the Rotary Club here that meets on Wednesday sometimes. So yeah, it just works out real well.
So how did NuvoDesk help your business grow?
I think a couple different reasons. I think just the fact that when people ask me where my office is located, I can say, I have an office in Grand Prairie and I have an office in Arlington. And again, based on their geography, it gives me an idea of where they want to meet. So NuvoDesk, they have access all the time, which is pretty neat here. They open early, you can stay late, you can rent a conference room if you need it, and sometimes it just puts people at ease when they're in more public atmosphere than at their house or something like that. And there's always people around. Everybody here is nice, professional, and makes them feel at ease. Makes me feel at ease.
Would you recommend NuvoDesk to other people in your industry?
Yeah, 100%. I have actually. And the neat thing about it is you can get a shared office, you can get your own individual office, you can get shared space, and you have access to everywhere. And based on the prices compared to some of the other people or some of the other places similar to this in the area, it's very, very affordable. So yeah, I absolutely would. And it's accessible right off of 360, off Arkansas. It's in the middle of Grand Prairie and Arlington on my way after here to Fort Worth, so it's easy to go to a lot of different places from here.
Mm. So do you have any advice for people who might be interested in your field of work?
Yes, I mean, I'm very entrepreneurial. I don't like, I won't say it's the right way. My wife's got a college degree. Her whole family got degrees. My side of the family, I have an older brother in Oklahoma that's got a very successful business, brother in New York that's got a successful business. So I like the fact that being self-employed, you kind of forge your own path. I mean, you decide when to work, how much you want to work, what industry. I think the important thing is you got to find an industry and a service to provide that you actually enjoy doing. You got to love what you do, and I do. I don't mind working early. I don't mind working late. I like controlling my own schedule. Like for Thanksgiving, we took our RV down to Glen Rose. I didn't have to ask for time off. And then I worked while I was there. So being self-employed gives you a lot of different opportunities, and there's nothing wrong with working for someone else, but I like the free enterprise mindset.
Yeah. So what did you wish you knew before starting your career?
In this industry, probably more effective marketing, how I could market my business quicker, and getting hooked up with the right marketing. I've done so much marketing, whether it be newspaper articles, whether it be hiring companies that are supposed to help me on like Facebook and ads and all that type thing, social media. And some of them have been effective, some of them have not. So what I've learned over the years is get involved with networking groups, whether it's the chamber, whether it's different networking groups like the one that meets here, Rotary groups. That way you build relationships with people. It doesn't cost you as much money as other marketing. And then a bottom line to this type of business is referrals. I mean, if you build a good reputation, your clients are going to refer other people. So more effective marketing at the beginning and keeping it more localized. I was spreading myself too thin with health insurance and life insurance and Medicare and everything else. Now I concentrate on just Medicare and life insurance in Grand Prairie. But of course, I work throughout the state of Texas, it's 17 other states, and since I've concentrated more on that back in the fall, it's made a big difference for my business. I'm a local. I really like to emphasize being the local Medicare agent in Grand Prairie, Texas.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned like referrals and networking. Did you find that was like the most effective way of marketing for your business?
Without a doubt, absolutely, yes. Because it doesn't cost any money. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I write you and your family on insurance and you guys are happy and someone else mentions they need insurance, you're going to think of me first. I advertise different ways with marketing just on my clothes, on my jackets, with business cards and all that type thing. I do at senior independent living facilities, I do events throughout the year. I sponsor bingos and holiday events, and I just explain to people what I do, how I do it, and when I do bingo, I provide all the prizes, and it's fun. It's fun for people. Senior independent living facilities are people that they're like apartment setups, but it's where a bunch of them can come together, share in community activities like bingo, and whether we have barbecues in the summer, whatever the case may be. And the more they see me there, the more they trust me. And I got a couple of them where I'm their exclusive agent for 8-9 years now, so it works out pretty good.
So what's a common myth about your industry?
There's probably a couple that we rip people off. I think sometimes people don't understand we don't set the rates. So, if I have a particular carrier or a particular product, I'm not the one that determines how much it costs. The company is. It depends on the age, the situation, all that type thing. And I have people say to me sometimes, well, I could find that less expensive somewhere else. Well, go ahead. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. So the good news is about being a broker like I am. I have tons of carriers, whether it be Medicare, life insurance, health insurance, whatever, so I can shop all around. A lot of people think you have to, all insurance costs a lot of money or you got to be in great health. None of that's true. It just depends on what type you want. I have, like life insurance, for instance, whether a person has really bad health or really great health, I have something for everybody. I have enough carriers where I can find literally anything for anybody. So I just think people have like a lawyer, a car salesman, insurance salesman. I think people just have sometimes an ugly view of us. But when they get right down to it, I mean, we provide a great service for people that they're going to need at some point, which is inevitable. So, yeah, that's what I like to do.
What's your favorite thing about what you do?
Building relationships. I mean, kind of like you said earlier, what would I have learned earlier? The effectiveness of building relationships through networking or just throwing events, vendor events, things like that. I mean, you can run ads in the paper, you can run ads in social media, and they're all so saturated now. You wonder if people even see that, but getting in front of people, making face-to-face contact like we are, instead of on the phone, which I always warn people, you got to be so careful on the phone because there's so many scams going on and they're so high-tech now. So when you meet people face-to-face, you just build a different type of relationship, and that's why I'm willing to do that. I put a lot of miles on my vehicle every year, and I love that.
So when did you know you wanted to choose this career path?
So when I was 28 years old, I went to my 10-year high school reunion. Then I decided to go to UTI down in Houston from New York. Got my degree in HVAC, heating and air conditioning. Then I moved to South Carolina. I did that for about 3 years. And one of my neighbors was in the insurance industry, and I always saw his schedule that he kept. And I asked him one day what he did. He said he did insurance. I ended up getting an interview, worked for that company, a company called Combined Insurance, for the next 13 years, traveled, moved 3-4 different times. And I just like the fact that providing people with services that they're going to need at some point makes you feel good, especially, life insurance, for instance. Everybody's going to, one day life insurance will pay off. So when I have families call me and say, hey, that life insurance you sold us 5 years ago, 10 years ago, unfortunately, we had to use it, but fortunately, we had it there, and it really made all the difference in the world. That makes you feel really good, and I like that.
Mm-hmm. So if you could change one thing about your industry, what would you change?
I think try to change the view of how people see us, maybe push more for how important we are as far as when people are going to need something. Because again, health insurance, life insurance, Medicare, whatever, it's expensive. It can be expensive. But when people need it and you're the one that provided them the product that's going to help them in that situation, maybe emphasize stories like that more, which I try to do. I mean, I do Google reviews. Like yesterday, for instance, I was helping a lady in Michigan. Turns out I couldn't help her because the products up there were better than the products some of my carriers had. but I helped her on the phone 2 or 3 different times. But she was so happy, and she ended up giving me a good Google review, and that's in a whole different state, a whole different part of the country, and she said she would refer people to me. So I just think the effectiveness of the services we provide, if somehow we could get that across more in a positive way versus, what do you do for a living? Insurance. I'd rather have them say, oh, that's awesome. How can you help? So, yeah, maybe that.
So what's the number one piece of advice you have to share with the listeners?
I would say we're not bulletproof. I mean, what I mean by that is, when I was young, when I went into the military, even, I look back, kids now, I mean, it's better to get insurance, any type of insurance, when you're younger and healthier, because you're going to always be able to benefit off locking in a better premium, a better price, and it's going to be there. You got to be responsible for yourself, for your family, for your income. We spend money on so many different things. I look at spending money on insurance, if it's the right kind of insurance, as an investment, because if you eventually need it, of course, it's going to be there for you and your family. So I think maybe trying to convince people in a positive way that spending money on different insurance products is a very beneficial thing, and hopefully you'll never need it. But if you do, it's there, versus waiting till something happens. Then you might not be able to get it.
Mm-hmm. So what's next for you in your business?
I'm going to continue in things like this. I mean, I've done a couple podcasts recently with a person named Jenna Picard, and at the Epic in Grand Prairie, Faces of Grand Prairie. And at first it was very uncomfortable, wasn't sure what to think, but just like today, it's awesome. It's relaxing. You guys make it fun and easy. I mean, it's a good way to get the word out for the business like this. I mean, it doesn't cost any money. You get good exposure. You build up the place that you're working in, which is NuvoDesk in this situation. And I think just more effective marketing. That's another thing. I could save people so much money. Before you spend money in any type of marketing, try to dig a little bit and see how effective. It's hard to predict, but see if, maybe talk to other people that are doing the same thing, how effective it's going to be, because you can spend a lot of money on marketing with no results, which I've done. But things like this at no cost, I find to be a lot more effective.
Yeah. So do you have any final things you'd like to share with the listeners?
Yeah, I mean, for whoever, younger, it doesn't matter what age you're at, I would say try to find something in life that you really enjoy doing. I mean, you might not ever always love everything about what you do for a living, but you want to find something that you're passionate about, something that you enjoy doing, something that can help others and make other people's lives better. I feel like the services I provide can help people in whatever community, and I'd really like to focus on the Grand Prairie, Arlington, Mansfield, this whole area, to provide the services I have to help people and their families, just in case. So yeah, try to find something that you really enjoy, and it just makes everything so much easier.
Thanks for listening to the NuvoDesk podcast. If you enjoyed, please be sure to share or follow the podcast. Thanks for being a part of the NuvoDesk community.
Thank you.